Welcome back to another show and tell video. Today we are going to try to look at two pieces of recycled green glass. And even though both pieces here appear to be clear in appearance, there are trace bubbles from the forming process, and when we put this under ultraviolet light, it will kind of indicate kind of the clarity and purity and other contaminants within the matrix itself of the structure. But basically, these are glass decorative, I don't know, coasters, flat stands. So on this side, depending on how you want to use them, this is actually a little bit concave so that whatever is set within here will not readily slide off because the edges are raised higher. But on this side, this is very flat here and with rounded edges. So anything that may be on here might have a tendency to roll off if it is not a fully flat surface. Likewise, this larger piece, as you can see, they both have similar color, uh, has that greenish kind of hue to it. Looking edgewise is very dark. Looking at the thickness through there. And in fact, you can see almost the mirror quality of the surface on that side, minus the fingerprints, of course. And you can see kind of a rough texture on this one particularly, not as much as on this one. Again, probably from the formation and cooling process. But these have a lot of weight to them, and they have this very satisfying feel to them. And under sunlight and different aspects of light, you can see there's some pretty cool optical effects because of that rough surface underneath. Now, what I did have during a test run under the UV light was that at least just aiming the flashlight at these objects did not provide a very good response. So I am going to have to lift and kind of manipulate them. So I'll try not to reflect too much UV light back at the camera or myself, because you can definitely tell when that happens, either from the blinding light reflected back, or you can actually feel the heat of the ultraviolet on exposed skin, and it's not good for clothing either, or fabric for prolonged amounts of time due to bleaching. So I'm going to go ahead and turn off this light here. And you can see here already we don't have a very good, what I would call a light hit on the objects. We're getting a very murky response. Some of it is dirt that I wasn't able to totally scrub clean. If I had used a solvent like alcohol or ethanol, that might have uh, smoothed out some of this dust and dirt a little bit. But you can see here, just from a reflective standpoint, pretty murky. Now, if I shine the light through, it's not so bad. We are getting a pretty good green, consistent tint, but we are getting a little bit of the purple as well. But what makes me think this is the recycled glass is this response, where we're just getting this murkiness. We're not getting any green hits back at all. A little bit of the purple reflection from the flashlight, but that could be just purely optical from the glass itself. Now here we're getting a little bit of green. That's not too bad. So it could actually be just the shape of these large coasters that, okay. So now we're getting a decent response there, but that's actually bouncing off this, and we're seeing that. So that's actually probably a false image as well. So it's possible my first interpretation of this being recycled due to the murkiness might hold true because you see some of that. I don't know if you can see it, how it's kind of brownish gray. And we've seen that before in some of my other videos on other glass objects that had other impurities in it, whether it be glitter or mixed glass or some other, substrates as well. But taking a quick look at a couple examples of green glass flat coaster objects, and I do not quite recall where these were obtained from. I'm thinking possibly someplace like Pier 1 Imports. So feel free to check them out if they have their presence online or actual physical stores. So possibly some glass objects from Pier 1. This has been another show and tell video. Feel free to check out other show and tell videos on the channel. We also do unboxing videos as well as a series of book review, media reviews, and a series called Curios for the Curious, videos of more artsy type objects. Feel free to check all those out. Feel free to like and subscribe, and thanks for watching. See you next time.